The 8 Aboriginal Ways of Learning in Early Childhood Education. Hello everyone, my name is Hasangika Niwanthi and I am an early childhood educator. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we live, learn and work, the Aboriginal peoples of New South Wales. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and recognise their continuing connection to country, culture, and community. Today, I'll be sharing an insightful and meaningful educational framework, the 8 Aboriginal Ways of Learning. This approach is deeply rooted in Indigenous knowledge systems and offers a holistic, culturally responsive way to teach young children. The 8 Aboriginal Ways of Learning framework presents 8 interconnected teaching methods: story sharing, learning through oral storytelling, an important tradition in Aboriginal cultures that conveys knowledge, values, and history; learning maps, using symbols and diagrams to organize and represent knowledge visually; non-verbal, learning through observation, imitation, and practice, rather than direct verbal instruction; symbols and images, expressing and interpreting knowledge through symbols, art, and images instead of written text; land links, connecting, learning to the environment, understanding knowledge through experiences with nature; non-linear, learning in a circular, interconnected way rather than a step-by-step, linear process; deconstruct, reconstruct, breaking down knowledge into parts, analyzing it, and then rebuilding understanding in new ways; community links, learning from elders, family, and community, emphasizing the importance of shared knowledge. These methods are culturally grounded and align with modern educational approaches that emphasize experiential and relational learning. Juncker Porter, 2009. Before colonization, Aboriginal knowledge systems were passed down through oral traditions, storytelling, and lived experiences. However, colonization disrupted these traditional ways of learning, replacing them with a Western education model that often disregarded Indigenous perspectives. Thankfully, there has been a shift toward culturally inclusive education. The Australian Early Years Learning Framework, EYLF, acknowledges the importance of embedding Indigenous perspectives into early childhood education, ensuring that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander knowledge and cultures are valued in learning environments. Department of Education, Skills and Employment, DSE, 2022. So, how can we integrate these teaching methods into early childhood education? Here are some practical examples. Story sharing. Educators can share oral stories, helping children connect with knowledge in an engaging and meaningful way. Land-based learning. Children can explore their environment by counting leaves for math or observing animal tracks for science. Learning maps. Instead of writing, children can use symbols and drawings to represent their ideas and develop critical thinking skills. For instance, when teaching about the seasons, rather than just naming them, we can use symbols, like a sun for summer or falling leaves for autumn, to help children form meaningful connections with their learning. By incorporating these approaches, we encourage creativity, deepen understanding, and foster an appreciation for Indigenous knowledge systems.